What's up, all my money makers, my honey boo bears, and my cousins, So, I want to talk about something else Jedidiah said. Now, Teresa has been very adamant about these cameras from day one, and I never take that away from her, and I never really disputed that. I only question when she saw them, because when shit don't make sense to me, I talk about it. I have to talk through it till I get an understanding. You know what I'm saying? So we finna go over that. So from day one, Teresa has talked about the camera. All right. Now we got a lot of more stuff we're gonna talk about when we, get to unraveling some stuff. But for now, let's take a listen at what Jedidiah said. And this video is for entertainment purposes only. Everything that I say in this video is all alleged. Whether I keep saying allegedly or not, everything is allegedly. Everything is alleged in this video.
Or anything like that. That is the moment where I saw the tape that Andrew showed us when he walked through Rosemont Hotel with an escorted tour, and he showed on his video the freezer door, and right above it was a camera. They did not want us to protest, that they wanted us to stop, that they had accepted it because they didn't suspect any of the rumors that was being circulated.
Now, in this particular video, I don't even want to question why Jedidiah may or may not have said something to back Teresa up as far as this camera. But what I will say is from day one, this is one thing that this lady has been adamant about, and this is one thing that she never changed. You know what I'm saying? Now, I will give her that. And I've always given her that. The only problem that I have with that is, when did she see the camera? And we're going to go through why I asked that. But first, let me tap on Andrew Holmes real quick. Around.
That is concerned about what went on here at this establishment right here. And first and foremost, I did in the video some parts of the video that I won't get into to hamper this investigation, but the important part of this is that we all was wondering and wanted to know, did anybody pull her down there? Did anybody force her down there? Was anybody on the other side in that room with her when she got down there? And the answer to that is no.
All right, back to the video. So, if Andrew Holmes saw the video of Kenneka walking into the freezer by herself, then that would mean that a camera caught it. Okay, and remember, we got this in 2017. This just came out in September now. That means the camera would have caught it. So, Teresa can say, hey, I saw the camera. Remember, I was pointing around, but we can't see her pointing back there if she pointed to a camera back there, because there's a blind spot from the footage that they gave us. So we can. All right. So when Andrew Holmes came out at first and he was like, he saw the footage, this, that, and the third, I half-ass believe that. It was, and the reason why I believe that is because of the way Jedidiah acted. After the press conference and stuff, and a lot of other shit had hit the fan, and like he said, Teresa was talking about she didn't give the permission, and this, that, and the other. This is before Teresa even got a chance to go down there. So when Teresa got down there and she's saying she saw the camera, then I'm like, okay, well, there's two people, that we listening to right now that just said they saw this camera. Now, around the same sense is when Jedidiah is saying that he saw via Andrew Holmes' phone the tour, the escorted tour that they gave Andrew Holmes, because remember Jedidiah said he couldn't go in there. He been banned from that hotel since the fight or whatever. So he never did get to go in there and see it for himself. So when he seen it on the phone, I'm like, okay, well, there's 3 people that we could say, saw the camera. I think Leonora might have seen the camera up there too. So it wasn't that I didn't believe Teresa about the camera. It was just I wondered when she saw the cameras. Because when they was up here doing this press conference, like I told you, watch how I don't know what I'm saying in this part, but just watch how Jedidiah be looking at Andrew Holmes.
Jedidiah looking like, nigga, you a bold face ass lie.
Oh, right on time.
Like, we ain't see none of that shit. Where the fuck you saw that at? Let me see this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't see this shit. So Jedidiah, like, nigga, you a whole lie. And then, we know he felt some type of way because long after that he came.
See how he was just cutting up at Andrew, like, really? You know what I'm saying? Because at that time, Teresa hadn't said, she didn't give nobody permission. Like, people just was switching up. Like, you'll go to bed on one thing and you'll wake up the next day and everybody a whole nother person.
Long after that, he came out and called Andrew Holmes out.
So I don't ever want to ever see this man again. And I just stood there next to this brother in the whole goddamn press conference. I was so conflicted in my soul. It just didn't seem right with me. But I said, okay, I'm going to do it because it ain't about me. And this is what the family want. This is what we're going to do it. It's time to just start telling the truth. And the truth is, Jamal, you bogus. The truth is, Andrew Holmes, you're bogus. The truth is, Larry Rogers, fuck you. The truth is, Sam Adams Jr., fuck you too. All y'all bogus. All y'all Sambo niggas that's been capitalizing off of black pain in the city of Chicago, guess what? If I'm going to go down, damn it, I'm going to go down telling the truth. Y'all are fucking bogus.
And then Andrew.
So when all this was going on, now you got people, I mean, you basically was starting to pick sides, like who you believe, who you rocking with. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just so many lies. You didn't know who to believe, what to believe. But for me, I kind of felt like some of this type of shit that Jedidiah talking about now was going on with the way Jedidiah reacted. I kind of felt like Andrew Holmes was sitting up there lying. Now, I was trying to figure out if he was lying about seeing the camera up there or he was lying about what he saw in the footage. And if y'all go back and watch this video, I was giving the shit that I believe that was going on. I believe that some of this shit was a reenactment because the police and the hotel said these things to us. They put this shit out. This shit was in articles. This shit was on the news. Just like that first news clip they put up and they snatched down, like the news was even pulling shit off when they posted. Like it was that much bullshit going on that you're not going to find now. So I was just trying to figure out what part is he lying about. Now let's get to why I question when Teresa may have seen the camera. Now again, this video is for entertainment purposes only. Everything that I say in this video is all alleged. So I'm going to try to just let me talk on this video and not interrupt it as much unless I just need to fill in something that I didn't know at the time and know now.
Let's just get straight into the video. I want to talk about the camera that Teresa said was above the freezer. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people are saying that the guy took the camera down, and, we have him with an unidentified object in his hand that could be the camera. You understand? So there's been a lot of videos saying, well, Teresa saw the camera. The guy took the camera down. He got the camera in his hand. So this is where the camera went. Okay, well, I have a problem with that. Because if you are really thinking about what you're saying and you're really looking at what you're saying, then you will see that you're wrong. Because if, according to Teresa and Rosemont, Teresa didn't come in to see Kenneka's body until 5-ish the morning of the 10th. The guy that had the camera took that down before Teresa even came in the room to view the body. So, now, here's the thing. The guy had the object in his hand before Teresa was supposed to be, in the kitchen viewing Kenneka's body. Now, that would mean that Teresa was back in the kitchen area beforehand. Like the timestamp in this clip says she was. And if y'all remember, I done a video about this already. So this timestamp has Teresa running out crying on the 9th at 11-ish, because I'm not looking at it. It's like 11, I want to say like 11:30 something. But anyway, it should be up on the screen. So, okay, now here's the thing. Teresa and Leonora, if they were down there beforehand, then they may have seen a camera before it was removed. Now, if that's the case, the question would be, why was she down there in the first place? Why was they even down there beforehand? And if the timestamp is right, which is, the being there at 11 whatever on the 9th, which is, just about roughly an hour before Kenneka's body was supposed to have been found. So, if the timestamp is right, and they say Kenneka was found after midnight, on the 10th, then I know I want to stay factual, but I'm just saying like this. One's to assume that until the body is found, then it wouldn't be any bad news to really give to Teresa and Leonora for them to be running out their room, hollering and screaming the way that they did. You hear what I'm saying? If this had been at 11 something, then why were they running out, hollering and screaming? What could those people have told them for them to run out hollering and screaming? Now, after they fixed the time, they had it in corresponding to them running out to the crowd, and that's when Teresa bails out the door. Now, I don't understand, what exactly is going on right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, they dropped the ball on the editing, I guess. I don't know what the hell is going on and how you going to make sense of that. But let's just keep it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't understand what they could have been running out for. So, another question would be, why was the police laughing? Because when they come out and the guy put his hand over the head, the bald guy, then the guy behind him is smiling. You hear what I'm saying? So why is he laughing? So let's look at it like this before, I run in my rabbit holes and put my opinions in there. So If it wasn't a camera in the guy's hand, then question is, what is in the guy's hand? And also, what were they hiding on Kenneka's body when the police was coming and they had to stash it real fast? So, dude tried to put it in the jacket, then tried to give it back to the dude, and then eventually they just stuffed it at the foot of the body on the stretcher. So what was they hiding? Okay, so here's the thing. If Teresa said a camera was over the freezer, then even though the camera may or may not have, been removed or even ever existed, we don't know. So I'm just saying, if it would have been removed.
But now we have Jedidiah confirming that via Andrew's home video that it did show a camera above this freezer door. Now, at this point, the only problem that I have is like I remember when, they was doing whatever like for in the courts, like for the settlement or whatever, but remember they had the picture of the freezers. Like it was a lot of stuff that they just used examples of and not the actual thing. So I'm just wondering, did they come to this particular freezer, or was it a different freezer that had a camera on it? I don't know. But I'ma still stick to say that one way or another, I believe Teresa saw the camera up there. Whenever the fuck she went in there. If there was a camera in this dude's hand, she couldn't have saw it when she went in here this time. Which means that the time when they ran out wasn't the first time. Because that's what they put out first, and they came back on that same little clip and they changed the time. I got that somewhere on another video too. But I'm going to let this continue because it was getting good to me.
Moved, then at the end of the day, they still would have had the footage on a drive. You know what I'm saying? It would have been backed up on some type of hard drive or something. So,
And then, so if this was the right freezer that was in Andrew's video, when Rosemont and the Crown Plaza come back was like, there's no camera, there's no footage there, you just will never see what you want to see type shit. Why, if the justice for Kenneka was real, nothing was ever said? Like those videos wasn't produced. Like, yes, it was. Like, yes, it was. Because, like I said, I believe Teresa saw them cameras. Because the police was pointing them out to her. And, like I said, we can't see around that corner. But I never dispute she didn't point up there to it. Because Teresa let you know she got on Facebook to be timely. She was real calculated with certain things that she did. And she even told you, so can't nobody say she wasn't in her right state of mind, like attacking her mental health like it's going on now. You know what I'm saying? So it was some things that Teresa did back then that just may actually help her over here, in a little bit. But I'm not gonna take that away, and I never did. I just question, what time did you see it? Because I just don't feel like these videos and stuff that we got lined up. And right when I learned how to put them together and read them, they snatched them down. So, we had to figure out if this the right time. We had to really put all this shit together ourselves. Because Rosemont just threw some shit out there and it was like everybody just let it be. Like, that's the part that pissed me off with Teresa. She never disputed anything that they put out. And it was like, that's why people saying she was focused on the money instead of the justice. But we'll talk about that later because I ain't through getting on her ass. But I've always tried to be fair.
my thing is, Why would they even bother taking it down? Because if you read the report, then you would see that when other cameras were in question, they just simply said, that camera didn't work. So why would they go through all of that trouble to remove the camera instead of just saying, well, hey, that camera.
Probably because now we know that Andrew Holmes had it on a recording, and he showed it. I'm quite sure he showed it to more than just Jedidiah. You know what I'm saying? So probably because of that.
Camera don't work. And like I said, if there was the camera, then according to the narrative, he was supposed to have removed that before Teresa even came in and went by the freezer area, which means that, she could have possibly seen it at 11 something when they were back there with the police officers, as the timestamp, said in the other clip. I'm just saying. So I mean, what would have been the point of really just taking it down? They could have just lied about it like they did the rest of the cameras that they stated, wasn't properly working. Okay? So as far as the footage with the date on the 11th, I do want to see the whole thing, not just that little clip. I want to see the whole thing. I want to see.
See, I'm probably finna go run down an infamous rabbit hole. So, um, I don't know. I'll probably give this one back to y'all in its entirety, um, real soon. So, if y'all want to come watch it again, feel free. I'll post it back up later. It might not be up now, but just be on the lookout for it. But yeah, I just wanted to just come and remind y'all on some of the things that we had to try to weave through to try to figure out on amongst ourselves to try to put out like I say, some people was just really out here to figure out what happened to Kenneka. And we just got bombarded with a lot of that other side shit, that we had to take into consideration because we had a lot of questions and nobody was making sense. Everything was just here you go, you figure it out. I question everything about this case. I question everybody about this case, and especially question this about the cameras. So, yes, I believe Andrew when he said he saw the camera and he saw that video. Yes, I believe Teresa saw the camera and she may or may not have saw the video. And yes, I believe Jedidiah when he say he saw the video on Andrew's phone that showed the camera above that freezer. But the question still lie because we know the type of evidence and the stuff that they presented during the hearing, whatever the fuck they had, and they showed us. But was that the right freezer? You know what I'm saying? If there's a camera in old dude's hand, when did Teresa see the camera? And if there wasn't a camera in old dude's hand, then what the fuck was that? And why was they trying to hide it so fast? You know what I'm saying? Like, what was really going on right there? Like, all of that shit right there, it just drives me because none of that was done in my favorite phrase with proper protocol. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, y'all know what to do. If you hit this point, go on and hit that like button. Make sure you share it to your community wall, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I don't care. Share it. And make sure you get down in the comments if you don't do nothing but say, hey, girl, hey, just talk your shit, pop your shit. I want to hear what you got to say. And this your girl, MoniStackz, signing out. Smooches. Peace.